Good cold Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this very cold Wednesday morning, which is the 28th of January 2015. And on your way out the door this morning, we have partly cloudy to clear skies. All areas, a few flurries up in Albany, but nothing to reflect across our region this morning. The story is the cold temperatures and the wind still gusting at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Some gusts still into the lower 20s, making the wind chills feel like they're in the single digits to near zero at times across the Hudson Valley, Long Island. New York City Metro is very cold this morning. Temperatures running in Central Park 17, LaGuardia 18, also at Kennedy 17 at Newark, and 16 at Teterboro this morning. Out on Long Island, Farmingdale's mostly partly cloudy and 18. A few more clouds at Islip 18, Shirley 17. Just cold. Montauk Point 17 this morning. Up the Hudson River Valley, White Plains 14, 12 at Newburgh, 11 at Albany. In New Jersey, at Newark Liberty 17, Teterboro 16. Temperatures you get it, generally running in the teens across the entire forecast region with some strong gusty winds still. Morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows our storm system pulling away well to the east, the northeast now, and we're left with basically a high pressure ridge across the Midwest building into the East Coast for the next 24 to 36 hours. Visible satellite pass of the area this morning shows just a few scattered clouds. Most of these clouds are of the upper and mid-level variety, and they're basically at about 15,000 feet or so. Otherwise, most of these skies are clear, and the water vapor channel also showing the drying in place as well. Watches, warnings, and advisories. These are just for some icy spots this morning when you're traveling outside, so do be careful. And on the marine deck, basically small craft advisories for most of the region for today on the coastal waters, the back bays in the Delaware until 6 p.m. this evening. And then we lower the wave heights a bit tonight. Find some increase of seas from 5 to 8 feet this morning. And then these seas will subside tonight. Back to small craft conditions, possibly even gale conditions by Friday and Friday night, and then back to small craft conditions again on Saturday. On the aviation weather deck, things are quiet. VFR today and tonight, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots, gust up to 25 knots this morning, 20 knots this afternoon, light winds tonight. VFR on Thursday, lower conditions with snow possible late tomorrow night. And that's for Thursday, actually. Today is Wednesday. Thursday night and Friday, lower conditions with precipitation on Thursday night. Lingering showers Friday with gusty winds. Friday night through Sunday, mostly VFR. Small chance for snow on Sunday afternoon as the next system enters the region. So we're in a busy pattern here. Okay, at Newark Airport this morning, it's cold, 17, dew point -2, humidity 42%, the wind is northwest 12, gust to 21. A few clouds around the region at 9,000 and 15,000 makes the wind chill feel like 4. Scattered about today, some clouds and gusty winds diminishing. And just a cold day today on the tarmacs out there. In Philadelphia this morning, we have 20 degrees, dew point 2 to Fahrenheit below zero. Relative humidity 37%. The wind is northwest 16, gust to 20. A few clouds around 20,000 and 28,000 and makes the wind chill feel like 6 out on the tarmac this morning. And the winds and conditions will be improving throughout the afternoon. And we have VFR in place. We'll make this short and sweet today. Just use the GFS model. Here comes the cold air overnight tonight. Early tomorrow morning, temperatures could be below freezing. Over the interior, in fact, below zero in many locations across north of I-80 and the Hudson River Valley. So it's going to be a cold night with clear skies. Temperatures recover tomorrow into the 20s. Then precipitation gets going here, and then the cold front really comes through. Friday night and Saturday, this Arctic air, temperatures holding into the teens, some 10 to 20 degrees below normal. Not really going to warm up too much outside of the teens on Saturday. It's going to be very, very cold. Temperatures dropping down below zero again on Sunday morning in many locations. Teens inland, a little bit of warming occurring on Sunday morning compared to Saturday morning, but not by much. And then cold air just returns for next week. Could get into the 30s early on Monday with rain. And then cold air builds right back in again across the region. So a lot of people are going to go from the 30s and 40s back into the teens again, where temperatures by next Tuesday afternoon could once again be in the low to the mid-teens across the entire forecast region, and the temperatures at night near or at below zero either end. Now in terms of weather impacts, high pressure will be over the region, so no impacts today, tomorrow, or early Friday. But that will change too by Thursday night, actually, and early Friday morning as the Clipper moves towards the northern New England area, drags a cold front through the region. Some light snow, maybe an inch, maybe a little bit over an inch further north you go, but really very inconsequential. And just windy conditions as the low bombs out. Pressure gradient tightens up and just windy and very cold, bitterly cold actually, on Friday night and Saturday morning. You're really going to need to warm up and prepare yourself for this cold coming in. High pressure moves across the region. Then low pressure develops over the Rockies, slides up towards the Ohio River Valley. We talked about this yesterday, and this would be for Sunday night. Could start out as a little snow on Sunday afternoon, far west, and then snow across the interior here, rain central and south, a little bit of ice in the middle. Moderate to heavy rain could be falling across this region during the day on Monday. Monday morning could be a very rainy commute and across the entire forecast region as the slow bombs out across New England. And tight pressure gradient, very gusty winds, cold air advection building on the backside. Notice the thickness is dropping all the way back down to the 540s, 528s, and 510s. Very cold air coming in for following this storm. But mostly, for the most part, it looks like a heavy rainstorm transitioning and changing back to snow on the tail end once again. So we're going to monitor this system as well. And then we get into more cold, high pressure across the region for the early and mid part of next week. Here comes another disturbance into the Gulf and then up the East Coast. Start out with a little bit of ice and rain and snow next Thursday morning once again. And then we transition to mostly rain. Could be still some icing here north of 80 into the Hudson River Valley. And it looks like a rainstorm for most of the region once again, and that would be on Thursday night and Friday. We just can't seem to get the blocking mechanisms here going. We have a negative NAO now, but that's waxing and waning by this time back into a positive state, so everything just keeps moving along. And then we end the precipitation on Friday morning with a little bit of ice and snow on the back end of this storm. Again, we're going to have to monitor this. And here comes the second wave on the frontal boundary. This could be bringing more snow to the forecast region again late Friday night and Saturday of next week. So very active pattern and one that's going to keep us on our toes, and a very cold pattern indeed as well. So bundle up and keep warm out there. We'll check back in with you again on Thursday. For Garden State Weather at gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Don't forget, you can find us all live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Google, Plus, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com. Have a good day.